What's going on with y'all, man? In this video, we is going to talk about comparison being the thief of joy, but bringing you closer to self-mastery and self-awareness. Yeah, two of the most important things, if you ask me. Of course, knowing thyself, and then what comes with that is self-awareness and self-mastery, if you choose to reach those heights, as you can do in this physical world. And it's just mastery of your game, mastery of your life, your situation, your circumstance, your being, your energy, your astrology, your ego, your persona, your every single thing, your voice, your thoughts, primarily your thoughts. And that's the most important thing, because yeah, your thoughts just generate your reality, rather for good or for bad. Whatever you believe, whatever you repetitiously think and program into your subconscious mind, whether it's some negative, doubtful, hateful, jealous shit, or it's some positive, optimistic, growing, abundant, faithful shit. It works either way. You know, on this human level, on our ego level, we determine it good and bad because we have a perception of time and history and this and that. Oh, this works, that doesn't work, that's good, that's bad, don't do that, do this. But the way the mind works, you're literally living in your reality off of your beliefs. That's why even with this political shit, just all of the things in life, people's own ego, people's own insanity that they believe about themselves, however far-fetched it may be. And let me fucking be an example of it if I need to, if y'all have seen me over these past 4 years over on this internet. But I will let you know that that goddamn constant repetition of programming your subconscious mind, of formulating who and what you want to be, is limitless. Your potential, your spiritual power, your imagination and your grasp on this planet of what you can do and become and see and think is truly infinite. Oh yeah, boom. So as I look back on the video, like I said, if you choose to reach those heights, that's key, because emotional mastery and this spiritual walk that I'm promoting and that I'm giving y'all, this emotional mastery, mastery itself, the spiritual raising, just the power. I just left the gym, so I'm like pumped up with physical power, but nonetheless, intellectually, you know, reading and understanding life, learning, studying yourself primarily is where we're going in this video. But just in general, liken it to a karate master receiving his black belt and you still practice and master self. It's a never-ending game of discovery, of learning, and of knowledge. Again, y'all, self-mastery. Comparison is the thief of joy, because when you're not grateful for what you have, when you're not just accepting of yourself and your life and everything that you have, you looking at other people, damn, this dude got this girl doing this, or this girl look like this, and I want this, and those is over there, and it's not there, and I don't have it here, and why is it over there, and why is it not here, and why is my life this, and why am I so weird? Once you get to doing all of that, then it takes your joy away just from the present moment, just from your life, just from you having fucking 5 limbs. Or is it 4? Or shit, is it like 24 if we count our toes and fingers? But yeah, our arms, legs, head, yo, you got it all. Be grateful for your health. Be grateful for your body. Be grateful for your family. Be grateful that you can fucking read and see and go to the grocery store and eat food and choose, and be grateful that you can work and go make money and put time in. Because, you know, at times I do have to give y'all the optimistic side of this life shit. Yes, I was going to make a video called 10 Reasons to Live. I think I want to do it in nature just so I can really get the downloads. But that's real shit, y'all, because yeah, I give y'all a lot of the harsh realities. I give y'all a lot of the, I wouldn't even say is glass half empty. It may be, just as far as this life is concerned, this whole life game that we're playing. Once you take into consideration the idea of being born again back into this life shit as a baby in the year 2080 and doing it all over again, maybe. but we just don't know because nobody knows what happens after death. So, you know, from that aspect is the Gnostic perspective. And then that, you know, what goes along with that is just understanding that the only salvation, the only true freedom is knowledge and detachment from this physical world of suffering and pain and all of the emotional torment and bullshit and ups and downs that come with it. And on the other end of that, the only escape is death. Truly, the soul goes on to ever present and everlasting illumination, energy, and oneness connection in the afterworld, whatever it may be or whatever it may look like, or we may just come back here. So maybe Earth is a prison, maybe it's a school, maybe it's a paradise. Hey, that's up for you to decide ultimately, but how you look at life, your perspective, your paradigm that you live from ultimately determines your everyday life. The emotions that you living in, how you feel about yourself, your self-image, all of it is extremely important. So yeah, just in this video right now, it's hard when I ain't gonna say it's hard, but just going from the spiritual aspect to the human aspect, but I'm gonna pair it all together because another thing that I've recently come to understand, shout out Ken Wilber, he also made this chart. Now, Ken Wilber was detailing the Eastern approach to psychology and spirituality. Take, for example, the Indian side of things, the Chinese, Buddhist, Hindu, meditation, psychedelic, spirituality, monks, temples, mountains, etc., etc. Then you have on the other end, Western psychology, pills, therapy, school system, education, college, and politics. Now they acknowledge two separate selves, y'all, and this is important. This is vital to understand. This is a vital distinguishment. If you at least want to have this fucking 33rd degree knowledge and awareness and perspective. So let's take the Eastern approach, for example. You are a soul having a human experience, as I've often told y'all and shared with y'all, and giving y'all that mentality to adopt. Because once you live from that perspective, it's a certain understanding, it's a certain level of detachment, it's a certain level of acceptance and forgiveness for you, yourself, your human flaws and shortcomings. You are a soul having a human experience. None of us down here is perfect. Everybody down here is figuring it out and going day by day and just learning and experimenting and trying shit. Soul having a human experience. Now, from that perspective, all of your problems is because of your ego and persona. The two get lumped in together. Is no distinction between the two when you approaching it from the Eastern point of view, as opposed to the Western psychology, Sigmund Freud, fucking Carl Jung, psychoanalysis, all of this shit, psychotherapy, American therapy, which is only trying to get your mind right to function within this society and be deemed normal and acceptable. But it is beneficial when it comes to your interpersonal relationships. Okay? So let's go there. On the Western side of things, American psychology, where they will give your ass some pills if you depressed and out of sorts and deem you mentally ill and all of the other bullshit that comes along with it. So yeah, this approach basically acknowledges a healthy, functioning ego as the highest order. And any dysfunction within that healthy ego and your life and your outward relationships is because of your persona, your social mask. And it's also a fucking intricate thing in between the social mask, aka the persona, and the ego, aka our mental construct and thoughts that we live in, called the shadow. Okay? So understanding your shadow is a big thing, and it's important on this Western side of psychology. But then when you're taking it from the Eastern level of spirituality, the ego, the shadow, and the persona is all fucking one thing. It's all just humanity. It's all just life. It's all just you down here in the flesh, in the physical. So you're going to deal with and go through all of these things as you live and walk on this planet. Yeah, so let's just talk about the Western approach, because healing it is a good thing to do. So, yeah, your persona is just how you interact with this fucking world. It's the social mask you put on when you walk out the bathroom, when you walk out the house. It's the you that's cordial. Hey, hi, polite. Hey, nice day. Oh, did you see the motherfucking Cowboys game? Yeah, I watched the Lakers. I saw LeBron. He had a triple-double. Almost won a parlay. But Anthony Davis only had 10 rebounds and not 12. If you know, you know. So, look. Yeah, that persona, that motherfucking mask that you wear to socialize and get along and go along with this society and culture that we're all in, this American system, or shit, even if you're in other countries, the same energy is ever present, is all around, is all that's happening. So you do have to function in some way, all right? And then when you blame the outside world, when you project what's going on to you and your emotions and what you feeling, that's how did he put it? Let's just motherfucking put a clip.
People can actually take aspects of their own awareness, their own mind, their own psyche, and they can judge them harshly and shove them out of awareness. And when you do that, they become unconscious. They become part of your shadow material. And very, very few people escape childhood without some sort of significant shadow material.
Okay, so yeah, all of the projection is just you not accepting your own issues, your own human traumas, your own emotions, your own negative thoughts, your own paradigm and perspective that you living in. It's somebody else. It's these things out there. But in reality, more distinction is here, because y'all, reality is very singular and subjective. It's your personal game. It's your reality. It's your head that you live in. But actuality is the objective truth, is the objective reality that everybody is going on and living in. Okay? Yeah, I recently discovered that in my own head. But, yeah. And then when you have a healthy ego, so your ego is just how you defend yourself, essentially, because if you had no ego, you would not be alive. If you had no ego and somebody came and attacked you or attacked a loved one of yours, you would not defend. So all of that, I don't have an ego, I'm above my ego shit, is actually stupid, right? So, yeah, because you want to be strong and be able to defend and protect yourself. So that's why I said having a strong ego was my biggest correction in my We're All Vampires Part 2 video. So yeah, having that strong ego, having that strength, having that power, that vitality, that knowing, that dominance when it's needed, that alpha frequency when it's needed, but also understanding that it's all just ego. It's all just a thing that you're choosing to do. Because just as you're choosing to live and participate in this controlled society, you're choosing to live. This is why a lot of people choose to commit suicide, because choosing to continue living is not worth it in a lot of people's eyes. All right. So yeah, if you're going to choose to do this shit, you might as well understand the rules of engagement when it comes to your ego, your persona, and then your shadow. Your shadow is the hidden self. It's the part that is constantly, fuck, why does this keep happening to me? Or this person feels this way about me. Why do these type of people keep interacting with me this way? Why? It's the fucking hidden. It's the side of you that you don't see. It is your shadow. Okay? That's why meditation and knowing thyself, learning and asking and questioning your trauma, your equations is so real and it's so worth it in this American game that we playing primarily, but also just interacting and socializing, because with you not being aware, your shadow is going to be the reason that a nigga don't like you, or a girl don't like you, or somebody don't want to have a baby with you, or somebody don't want to marry you, or you didn't get hired for a job. That's why ignorance is bliss, but it's also the most expensive thing in the world, because you always gonna have to pay for it. So if you ignoring your shadow, if you ignoring that side of yourself that is your abrasive side, like SpongeBob.
Side, and now I get to know.
Bring my groceries?
Carry him yourself, fish face.
Ocean, huh?
Don't you think you've had enough? All you're missing is a bowl of butter.
Across the street?
Sorry, Granny. Why don't you walk yourself across the street? Oh, I certainly said... No can do, you brainless lab rat. I got better things to do than be your test monkey. Oh, sure thing, mister. Sorry, Krabs, I'm busy. Unless you're paying me overtime.
Then it can get all bad, all right, without you even knowing it. Because once you get back in your light, and then when you happy and when you feeling good and peaceful and conscious and in your right mind, and then the rest of the world is not in coherence with your reality, and it's some cognitive dissonance involved with how you're seeing yourself and how you're thinking versus how the world is actually moving and perceiving you, all of these problems is arising from your shadow, your ego, and your persona. So let's approach it from the Eastern perspective, because I feel like it's actually better to approach it from this holistic perspective first, because it makes the ego deaths on this side way less painful. Because yeah, it's deep, especially when you get into knowing and understanding your own narcissistic supplies, your own narcissistic supply system. It gets deep, y'all. But let's take it from this perspective. You are a soul having a human experience. Fuck it all. Fuck what you should be. Fuck tradition. Fuck how you should be acting in the eyes of this person. Fuck how this person thinks that you should be treating them, or how you should be this, that, the other. This is your game. This is your human experience. Protect your peace and protect your mind. The only place you can go where it's peaceful, good, and cool, and perfect. And then on the other side, that's deeper than that, y'all, the cycles of this emotional shit and attachment is going to continue to happen. So if you detach from your persona and your ego, then you detach from a lot of problems that people that are entrapped in their ego and persona go through. Okay? You're so having a human experience. Self-awareness is indeed the thief of joy. Did I really just say that? A lot. Well, fuck, I think I just did, because it damn near might be. But comparison and, yeah, self-awareness can damn near be the thief of joy, because, yeah, once you ignorant and just moving along about in life, all happy, and then once you angry at somebody, it's because they're wrong, they did it, fuck you, get out of my face. You're the problem, not me. When you on that perspective, it's probably an easy cop-out. And people just climb the power ranks by being a dirty fucking capitalist, capitalizing on people's emotions and energy, first and foremost. Because I have no problem or no grievances toward the accumulation of resources. You need to take that up with your government that you got to pay taxes to. But I don't give a fuck. But the capitalizing on people's emotions and the capitalizing on people as just fucking feeding on them because we're all vampires is something that y'all should all be aware of and keen on, and just knowing that it's going on subtle levels with people that use you for their narcissistic supply, with people that are attached to you and your energy and your light and just want you for them and their comfort, to make their ego, to make their mind, to help them sleep at night. Yeah, that's on one level, but the shit gets deep. But nonetheless, y'all, the ego, the persona, weird souls having a human experience, it is all very intricately linked and tied in. But for the sake of this video, I'm hoping that I have drawn a good division between it all. And also on the Eastern approach, a lot of it has to do with psychedelics. But god damn. So this is why the psychedelic game is tough for a lot of people, because if you don't have the prior knowledge and information and you coming from one perspective, rather it's Eastern spirituality, meditative perspective, and it's more nature oriented, more spiritually, we're all one unity, then the psychedelic experience hits you different, as opposed to you living in separation and duality in this American Western psychology system. Then the psychedelics is going to do one thing to you, but this shit gets even deeper. That's why you just have to know thyself. You got to come to your own conclusions about life, about self, about what you believe, about what you know to be true, and studying more and more and more and more and more is going to get you there. Yeah. Real shit, y'all. Real shit. It's a real split, and you gotta get with it. Because I've often told y'all about the middle point, the 13, that sun, that dot within the circle, that straight middle point. The 13 is the Christ frequency. Mastery of your astrology, mastery of these 12 zodiac periods that we go through on this earth life cycle, when the sun is traveling around and we're now in Scorpio season, and certain energies and influences you're feeling it differently because of Scorpio season, because the weather is changing, as opposed to Leo season, which I always can draw a pretty clean example because it's the hot season, it's the ego season, it's the season of light and the sun. And all of that shit is bound to come out of you and all of those around you when the energy and the vibration is heating up, as opposed to Scorpio season, you getting more in tune with shit, the hidden, the subconscious, because it's cold outside. People's heart get cold. People get more aggressive. People feel and talk and interact different. Y'all, this shit is deep. This game that we playing, I swear to God. I swear to God. And I just really... I feel away. I feel away toward those that don't have the knowledge and perspective. But I damn near I was gonna say I pity. Oh, I pity the fool. Pity. I was gonna say I pity people that don't, because it's true. Like, it just serves you less to be ignorant, to not go the full length of understanding yourself, understanding this game of life. Just trying to figure it out, just not stopping until you figure it out. It's like exercising and making money. Shit, learning is right there too, as you have to continuously do it. Now, trust me, I've expedited the path over the past 4 years of my life, with psychedelics included, and it has me all here. But I very well understand that distinction, that fucking hard thing of the acknowledgement of two selves, the healthy functioning ego in society and work and family, friends and culture, versus the self that is you within the shell, the soul that sits on the seat of the pineal gland that is interpreting all of these things. You are not your thoughts. You are not your brain. You are experiencing all of the thoughts in your brain and all of the emotions throughout your body. You have a physical body and you have a infinite self. Man, oh man. So, to compare, I think it helps. That's one thing that I guess I will reveal and say about me, is I've compared so fucking deeply with any and all things I've ever come across and seen on the internet. But I don't compete, I run my race. I promise you this. Because competing, no, why compete? Stay in your lane, run your game, do your thing, go at your own pace. Patience is a motherfucking virtue. All the people that's competing is in the ego, lower chakra, competitive, aggressive game. And they have, I ain't gonna say no peace or no level of patience and just chill and relax and just accept and let everything be. But it's hard. It's not easy when you competing and when you comparing in a negative sense. Not comparing to draw, that person is saying and doing that and I'm over here doing this, but that person is not no better than me. And my situation is damn near better than theirs in a lot of ways, because I'm not as attached to the things or have to be all the things that they have to be and continuously do. Okay? Yeah, and that's just the downfall of this internet and social media age, because we seeing all of these people traveling and doing this and going here and being this and that and the other. And it seemingly looks like something that you know that you could be doing if you would have put in the same time and effort and did the same things that they did to get to that point. But on the other end, you end up not valuing and accepting your everyday life, just your peace, your solitude, your self, that you are in the flesh just being here, right? And it's just tough that our thoughts literally can be these clouded, toxic, polluted things and then just make us look down on ourselves and have a poor self-image because of this world of comparison, because of this world of social media. But the key to comparison, the key to constantly really observing, is because if you want self-mastery, if you want to reach that emotional black belt, that chakra full alignment, it truly only happens from observing everyone's life, everyone's choices, seeing where you rank in that, seeing what they are and what you are not. And it just helps to accept it all. But it also helps when you want to reach a level of perfection. Come on, y'all, because it's not talked about enough. Because, yeah, even I'll say ain't nothing perfect. And I might have even said it earlier in this video. But to strive for it, to strive for that godhood frequency, to strive for that level of mastery itself, strength, power, godhood frequency, Christ consciousness, understanding of your lower demonic beastly nature, compare or mixing it all up into one, and still just being free and peaceful and happy and accepting of yourself and life. All of the external shit is external shit, and it's gonna be fleeting, and it's gonna be here and it's gonna be there. It's gonna be here today and gone tomorrow, and people is gonna love you and fuck with you and be around you for that external shit that you have. But when you got it all internal, then that's all you need. And with that being said, release the greed. Stay godlike, y'all.